Wow, I'm exhausted, but I've learned so much this week and it's only Wednesday. Audrey Cooper from the San Francisco Chronicle a while back very aptly pointed out that there are two separate issues. There's issues with the unhoused population and then separately street behavior problems. I met with some business owners along the Alameda. They're always very upset about what's happening there, all the crime, but that is again like a street behavior problem, and the individuals who might be causing problems, they might in fact be housed. And likewise, I referred to two people earlier this week as being quote unquote homeless, but they were not homeless. They were supported by the government. So I think that that is just a really important learning for me this week. Volunteered again with CityTeam today, and it continues to be rewarding work. We were able to feed, I think, 65 individuals. We ran out of food. I was able to see how extensive this encampment was. This is actually the encampment that keeps making the news in San Jose because it's right in front of the landing strip in the airport. Sorry, I'm very tired. Uh, and so they had an issue, especially during COVID, where it became such a densely populated piece of land that there was so much garbage and waste that it attracted a lot of birds, which presented a grave threat to the landing planes. And the FAA actually shut down the homeless encampment. And then it became an issue again last September, where the FAA was threatening to withhold millions of dollars from San Jose if they didn't clean up that area. So I was able to go there. There's still an encampment. It's a lot more focused on RVs. The tents are actually pushed a little bit more into the Guadalupe River Trail. So I was able to walk back there with other volunteers, of course, to pass out food. This encampment it seemed a lot more kind of like permanent. Like the houses were in some cases built of wood and pallets. And so, yeah, I think a lot of issues. Another point that really stood out to me today. There's two volunteers, actually individuals who are part of the CityTeam program. I was really impressed with them. They are making their way through recovery. I think one of them had been sober for at least a year. And they're just two really impressive guys who had gotten their shit together. And I asked them, so what percent of the population here in this encampment do you think is sober? Because being sober is like such an important prerequisite to making progress and like getting out of this situation. And they said, oh, one or two. I said, what? He said one or two people are probably sober in this entire camp. We just passed out 65 meals. So that was pretty revelatory to me to kind of think about.